Bella felt like a tiny, fragile bird in a gilded cage. At Maplewood Academy, a school reserved for the wealthy and privileged, she was the only scholarship student in the junior class. The corridors felt like runways, lined with girls carrying expensive handbags and boys with crisp blazers. Meanwhile, she arrived every morning in her scuffed shoes and patched cardigan. To make things worse, she was the target of the richest boy in school, Gabriel. Tall, charismatic, and surrounded by friends, he was the kind of boy every girl swooned over. But for Bella, he was her biggest tormentor. Every morning he called her names. "Cinderella," he sneered one day as she passed by. "Little charity case," he said another. The sting of those words felt like tiny needles pricking her skin. Yet, despite it all, he never went further. He never pushed or tripped her, unlike the rest of the elite students. What she didn't know was that Gabriel watched her from afar with an ache in his chest. At Maplewood, the wealthy students had a brutal ritual. New scholarship students were treated like outcasts for a semester. They were humiliated in every way imaginable, thrown into lockers, doused with drinks, bullied until many gave up and left. Gabriel had witnessed countless new students broken by the cruelty of the wealthy. He refused to let that happen to Bella. One night, long after the corridors had gone quiet, Gabriel spotted Bella sitting on the stone steps, knees pulled to her chest, quietly sobbing. The sight was like a knife twisting in his heart. He sank down beside her and, to her shock, spoke softly. "Bella, I'm sorry," he said, voice shaking. "I've been awful to you, but only because I had to. The rest of them? They have this ritual for scholarship students, one that's far, far worse than anything I've said to you." "The names I called you? They were my way of making sure no one else could hurt you. It was the only way I knew how to protect you." Bella lifted her tear-streaked face and stared at him in disbelief. "Why? Why would you do that for me?" "Because I like you, Bella," he confessed, brushing hair from her damp cheek. "More than you can imagine. I just didn't have the courage to tell you until now." Her heart pounded wildly. Against every odd and every slight she had suffered, she felt warmth rise within her chest. Slowly she nodded, allowing herself to trust. From that night on, Gabriel kept his word. The boy who had once called her names became her protector. He refused to tolerate any mistreatment of Bella, warning others with a sharp glance and standing beside her in every hallway. Even when his own family disapproved of their relationship, he refused to walk away. Through the cruelty and whispers, Bella discovered strength and belonging. Together, she and Gabriel reshaped the boundaries of Maplewood Academy, proving that even in a world divided by privilege, love could cross the line, heal old wounds, and create a new chapter worth fighting for.